Good morning. I'm Pastor Phil, and we're starting out in a nice, cool, brisk morning. Today we continue on in the Gospel of John, and we're in chapter 13, and it reads, Simon Peter said to Jesus, Lord, where are you going? Jesus answered him, Where I am going you cannot follow me now, but you shall follow me afterward. Then Peter said, Lord, why can I not follow you now? I will lay down my life for your sake. And Jesus answered him, Will you lay down your life for my sake? Most assuredly I say to you, the rooster shall not crow till you have denied me 3 times. When was the last time that you knew you should do something and then you didn't do it? It could be something at home. When was the last time that your family needed you to do something and you didn't do it? It could be at work. When was the last time work needed you to step in and do something and you didn't do it? When was the last time that you got that kind of urge in your spirit that said you should pray with your friend, but you didn't do it? Today we hear Jesus talking to Peter in John 13, and what we hear is this conversation that occurs between Jesus and between Peter. And Peter's kind of bragging on himself again. He's saying what he will do without hesitation or question, and what we hear is Jesus saying, no, not yet. And as a matter of fact, no, not yet, to the point that this is what will actually happen in our own lives. We have all these points and times when we should be like Jesus. We should be doing the things that he does. But instead, what we do is we act like Peter. We tell Jesus what we will do, but then we never actually follow through on it. And Jesus, knowing that we're sinners, expects this. He knows that it's going to happen. He knows that we're going to fail. He knows that we're going to do all of these things, but we hang on to the very same reality that Peter hung on to, that there's grace. Peter was crushed when he saw the risen Lord and knew what he had done. We deal with the same thing. There's points in our lives where we see our family members crushed by our lack of follow-through. There's points in times where we acknowledge the difficulty that we've created because of our lack of follow-through, and unfortunately, there's more than one time that I'm sure every single one of us can point to that we didn't follow through in our faith. But just like Peter, we receive salvation from Jesus. We receive forgiveness from him as we go forward. And as we go forward, we move away from that understanding of who we are in the faith from a Peter's position to being more like Jesus because of the work of the Holy Spirit in our life. Now, as you go into your work week today, remember that you're not Peter. Instead, you're the blood-bought children of God. You're not braggadocious and you're not being ridiculous. Instead, you're bound to Jesus Christ. And as we keep this in our mind, the reality of what occurs is the Spirit of God works in us and we become transformed from point to point, and we rejoice alongside of what Jesus has done for us. We acknowledge ourselves through who he is, and we live in that grace that we receive through the cross and through the Spirit of God upon us. I pray that as you go into your week, that God blesses each and every one of you. I pray that you continue to be a testimony as to who Jesus Christ is, as he is alive and active inside of our lives as his children. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.